Hey everybody, Jim here. More sunshine, please, on a Wednesday. What? All right, here's the deal. I usually try to go on. Am I loud enough? I usually try to go on Tuesdays at 7:30, and we made the trek out to Walt Disney World, to the parks. I see people coming in already. Wow, that's amazing. Thanks for being here. We made it out to the parks, ready to go live, and apparently YouTube had a hiccup and we couldn't go live. So here we are, the pre-show, the pre-DNG Explorers live stream. Where is it? Let's get that on there. DNG Explorers, their day is Wednesday. Today at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, and they have a special guest with them today, Sandra D's Adventures. And they're going to talk about cruising and cruise ships and cruise stuff. So check them out, 8 o'clock. It'll be right after this show. Let's welcome in Rob Fuzz. You were the first one here. Thanks for being here. Peter P., welcome to the show. Shakira Smith, welcome. Pepper Tree Villa, how are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. MGM Traveling's here. Thank you so much. I didn't announce this, really. I'll wait for others to discover this. I didn't tweet it. I didn't do anything. So we'll just see if people find this. Normally, I do a little bit of Walt Disney World news. I don't have that today. I will tell you what happened yesterday. Am I loud enough? Let me know if I'm not. I'll scoot the mic over a little bit. Bob and Ashley, welcome. And the Sunshine Nation. I think I love that. Thanks, Bob. Uper Wisdom Videos. Jason, hello. Thanks for being here. Part of Rose's World, welcome to the show. Thanks, everybody. Here's what happened yesterday. My wife and I went to Hollywood Studios. We went early. We were on Tower of Terror. And we said, right after Tower of Terror, let's go live. So that was our plan. Kay Atwood, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. And had everything ready to go. We made it right to the crossroads of the world. Had the shot of the Chinese theater behind me, and it wasn't happening. And it was driving me crazy. I thought for sure it was my fault. I screwed it up somehow. I've done that before. And it took us a long time to realize that it wasn't my fault. So I was so disappointed and angry at myself 1 second. And then when we found out that it was a YouTube problem, I couldn't have cared less that we went live or not. So the fact that I wasn't at fault made everything better. So here's the funny thing about yesterday. It was just me and my wife at Hollywood Studios without kids. That has never happened before, or at least since we've had kids. So she expressed some interest to go on the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. It had been about 15 years since she's been on it. So I had made a fast pass ahead of time, and we went there. It was standby was 105 minutes. They only have half the ride going, so what should be a 20-minute wait for standby was over 100 minutes. Anyway, so we were in the fast pass line, which was not long at all, of course. So we were easing our way up to that second Magic Band scan place that's right inside the building. And I could hear her say things like, "Oh, I'm nervous." And she's been on it before. But I could hear her say that a couple of times. "Oh, I'm nervous." And she was... she seemed nervous. So we get through the part in the library or whatever, the pre-show video. We get through that, and then we make our way into the boiler room. And she's getting more nervous. And she she's been on the ride before. It had been a long time, but she had been on it and enjoyed it. So so we were doing that, and finally it's our turn in the elevator, and we were in line 6. So we're the first ones to enter the elevator, and she's visibly nervous. And the cast member says, "Okay, row 6, all the way up and to the left." By the way, she gave me permission to tell this story. So we go up, and she goes to the right. And I go, "No, hun, it's to the left." He said left. "That is left." No, it's right. This his left. Whatever I said. And so she's, I understand now that she's kind of freaking out. And what I didn't understand was she wasn't nervous for the ride itself. She was nervous because of the claustrophobia that's induced on that ride. She had done Mission Space over in Epcot. That was a mistake. This was giving her similar vibes, and she was having. It was time to do the seatbelt, and she made it was a big deal to right to the left to right. It was comical. How she was behaving. I mean, not for her. I think she was terrified, but again, she gave me permission to tell this story. So so we're in the elevator, and it's time to tug on the yellow tag to make sure our seatbelts are fastened correctly. And then so I put my hand on her back, and she's leaning forward like this, and she's got her hands on her head like that. So I put my hand on her back, and she goes, no, your hand's hot, don't do that. So at this point I realize I will be surprised if we ride this, which is fine with me. So the cast members going through the other the other rows to make sure their seatbelts are going, and she goes, I'm sorry, I've changed my mind, whatever she said, and that was it. The referee called the fight. So the cast member had to hit the button outside and released our seatbelts. So we got off. He said, "Stay here, and I'll take you to the elevator that will take you out." So we're on we're right outside of the ride elevator. We just came out, and this cast member is having trouble now with everybody's seatbelt on the elevator. So now we think we've caused everybody else on the elevator to miss this ride. We've broken the Tower of Terror. And it was a good 5 minutes before he figured it out. He was on the horn trying to call people and figure it out. And we're both feeling bad. She kept apologizing to me. And I was like, why are you apologizing? The sooner we get off this ride, the sooner we can start the live stream, which never happened. That's besides the point. But yeah, it was sort of an amusing time. I think I know the older I get, the less I can do the rides I used to be able to do. Like Rock and Roller Coaster, if I never did that again, that's fine. I talked about this last night. It was it's that start that I don't love anymore. But I used to enjoy that ride a great deal. And I think for her it's confined spaces, which is fine. We're learning our comfort levels, and why go through something that's going to make us feel terrible? So she kept saying, "No, you stay on. No, I don't want to ride it without her." So, and then so from there we made it out, headed to the front of the park to start the live stream that never started. So here I am. Where am I? Let me do a chat check. That was a long story. Disney Nerd Herders, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here. Part part of my struggles getting the live stream going, or what I thought I could do to get the live stream going. I contacted Charlie because we both use Streamlabs to go live. And I was like, Charlie, can you go live? Are you having the same issues I have, or whatever? I contacted him with whatever message. And by the time he got the message, he could. And from what I understand, Walt from Mouse Talk had trouble going live at his scheduled 8 p.m. live stream. So I think it was maybe 8:45 before he went on, but he finally did. He stuck at it. We were still at the park, and by the time we thought that maybe we could go live again, my phone was only half charged at that time, and maybe I'll go on tomorrow. So here I am. Let's see. I have totally ignored the chat. People are. I got 2 mouses over here, computer mouses. One's for my monitor back there, and one's for my laptop right here. Noah, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the show. Part of Rose's world. I used to be able to enjoy roller coasters and some other rides. I can't anymore. I get motion sickness. I've never been able to spin. My wife could spin on rides and be fine, and it was always my downfall. And that might be reversing. Like, I go on the teacups with our daughter now. I do alien swirling saucers without a problem. But, yeah, it's odd. I didn't love the beginning of Rock and Roller Coaster, so I don't know. Maybe I'm fine. Maybe I'm crazy. Little Oz Laurel from Australia, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the show. Hopefully I'm bringing a bit of Florida to you. If you want that. I don't even know if you want that, but you're here, so I assume you kind of do, right? Well, welcome. Anyway, welcome. I'm yapping too much. Peter P. Oh, talking to Bob and Ashley there. So what we did, so we were at Hollywood Studios. We weren't going live, so I really wanted to make something of the night. So we know some friends of ours that were either in time. I'm not exactly sure. My wife did all the contacting, but I see Uber Wisdom videos in the chat. So Jason, his wife Bridget, we met them at Disney Springs. We went to Uniqlo. We actually met them there, and then we went to eat. We had a bite to eat at Disney Springs. We went to Blaze Pizza. I had never been there before. I don't know if any of us had ever been there before. We got a couple of pizzas, a couple of beverages, and we had a very pleasant time. It was very nice. The weather was fantastic. I felt we really made lemonade out of the lemons we were dealt last night, and it was a great evening, and we stayed there quite late. Later than I had ever been to Disney Springs. You know, with kids, we're not there ever that late. We were there, I don't know, 11:30, 12-ish, I don't know. But, so it was different. It was very cool. Donna Jaworski, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. I see Disney Nerders can't do spin, but might try teacups this year for the first time since I was able to do Cat in the Hat. I now go on teacups with my daughter, and I've done a couple of things. One is trying to look in the same direction in the teacup the entire ride. So that involves turning the wheel right and left, so I am facing the same compass direction the entire time. It's a bit of a challenge, but I did it. It was kind of funny because the only spinning we were doing was what the floor was causing us to do. I wasn't spinning at all, and that was the first time I had done the teacups in a while. So I thought, well, I think I need to look at a spot down. I think maybe I faced down toward Tomorrowland, and I did that the entire time. But as it turned out, we have ridden it a few times since then, and I've been able to spin a little bit, and I even challenged myself. And I guess because I'm in control, that may have something to do with it. But my daughter likes the spinning. She thinks it's a blast. So I don't know if I'm more tolerant or I know my limits and I stick to that. I'm not sure. Art Jones, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here. I think somebody said, MGM Traveling, Blaze Pizza is awesome. Yeah, it was really cool. I don't know if any of you have been there, but you get a set number of pizzas. You can build your own pizza, of course, but we got a couple pizzas. One was called the Veggie Bomb or something, and one was called the Red Vine, whatever. And then they stick them in these. They make them right in front of you. It's kind of like a Subway sandwich shop. They make the pizza right there in front of you, and then they stick them in a very hot oven. And I think it said the pizza's done in 180 seconds or something like that. It seemed a bit longer, but we ate outside on the deck, and the weather was amazing. It was overcast, it wasn't too hot, and there was a nice little breeze going. It was very pleasant. Augram, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. AJC Magic TV, Amy, welcome. That Florida Feeling, welcome to the show. Thanks everybody for being here. Pretty good crowd for a show I did not even announce or promote in any way, but thanks. I'm here to kill time until D&G Explorers at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. They're going to talk about cruising. You know, they switch it up from week to week. One week it's about Disney, and another week it's about cruising and cruise lines and cruise ships and cruise people. And today it's cruise talk. And they have a special guest, Sandra D's Adventures, will be joining D&G Explorers tonight. So looking forward to that. But until then, you got me. So let's have some fun. Peter P says, I got a couple of shirts at Uniqlo. You know, my wife and I were at Uniqlo waiting for our guests to arrive, and we did a bit of looking. We didn't purchase anything. We didn't, once our friends arrived, then we hit the road. But they have some really cool Star Wars. They've got a really cool line of Star Wars shirts there. And if you're familiar with Uniqlo, I've made a video about them. And it's a very cool store, and they sell Disney shirts. They've got a number of Disney shirts, but they're different than the Disney shirts that you'll find in the parks. They got different designs, and they hire these artists to make these different designs. And I noticed that they had a new line of Star Wars shirts available. And if I go back, I'm going to take a closer look at those Star Wars shirts. But they're a really good quality, too. Uniqlo is not paying me. I'm just, I think the regular price for their shirts are $14.90, and they're of a really good quality. So if you're in Disney Springs, check them out. But where was I? What was I talking about? Oh, well. D&G Explorers is here. I don't know if I welcomed you to the show, but welcome as you get ready for your show. Thanks for being here. Lots of people here. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I apologize for not being on yesterday, though I tried my darndest, and I tried for about 35 minutes. It just didn't realize that's what was happening. AJC Magic TV, thanks to Jim and Steve from Steve's World. You got your D23 membership and pin set. Very cool. I'm glad you enjoyed my video about that. And that's cool. Welcome to the club, I suppose. Walt from Mouse Talk is here. Thank you so much for being here. Walt, as with our channel, we had a bit of difficulty yesterday in our live shows. He finally got going. I don't know, maybe around 8:45 or so. I was still at the park, or maybe at Disney Springs at that time. But I watched a bit of his show today, and that was a drag. I was just so happy. It was not my fault that I couldn't go live. It was I've done that before, where it's totally my fault that I can't get this going. And when I realized it was not my fault, it was a YouTube problem, my stress level went down. I didn't have a care in the world. Well, let's go live tomorrow or something. It was a wonderful stress drain finding that out. But so here we are. I'm missing a lot of the chat here. I'm so sorry. I'm doing a lot of talking. D&G Explorer says, trying to figure out if we should call you Ed McMahon or Doc Severinsen. I am not a musician. You can call me Ed McMahon. I'm fine with that. Just let me get my dress socks up. I'll pull them up to my knees, and I'll have my dress pants cut a little too high so that when I cross my legs like Ed McMahon, you can see as much of my dress socks as possible. Is that weird that that's my memory of Ed McMahon? I suppose it probably is. What else did I have planned today? Let's see. Oh, okay, so another thing I did, since we couldn't go live, I thought, well, let's take some pictures while we're here at Hollywood Studios. So I set up this slideshow. This is just a number of pictures I took of the Skyliner and of the Skyliner station there at Hollywood Studios. And, yeah, let's put this up here. Check it out. So here we go. I can talk over it, I believe. So if this is correct, here we go. Okay, so that's actually not the Skyliner or the station. That is the new security entrance for Hollywood Studios. This I put on Instagram early this morning, maybe late last night, I suppose. But they have Hollywood Studios. They weren't running their cabins on the line there, but they had them all uncovered. Some were in the station, some were on the cable themselves. Those were not running; those were stationary. But it looked awesome. It was so cool to see those cabins on that cable. I can't wait to ride the Skyliner. So here's more of the station. You can see the Skyliner. And again, they've got this all designed in the style of the Hollywood Studios facade as it already had begun. There's the security entrance again. That's all brand new. That's kind of over to the left of where the security used to be. And that's the picture I put on Instagram of the cabins. So it was very cool. I'll put more of these pics on Instagram to show you guys. But I love that shot right there. I can imagine that they're running and people are going from Hollywood Studios to the Riviera or Epcot or the other places. I blanked on that. And there's a Skyliner sign yet to be unveiled, but I thought it was pretty neat. I saw the guy from Passport to the Parks there taking pictures as we were leaving. So, yeah, it was very neat. I can't remember that guy's name. I just became familiar with him. Somebody will let me know. Donna Jaworski, I don't know if I welcomed you to the show, but welcome. Thanks for being here. Hey, Collier, thank you so much for being here on the live stream. Allgram wants to go to Uniqlo. It's a very cool store. The prices are awesome, too. Noah says, I hope it opens. Perfect timing for Galaxy's Edge opening. It's got to open before Galaxy's Edge opens. It's got to. They have to have that ready. I'm hoping they'll open it in July. I thought maybe they have it open for June, but there are parts that just simply aren't ready yet. But what are you gonna do? Disney Nerders. What does Italian job mean? Was written on the plastic around Skyliner sign. I saw that too. I think it means it's in some sort of Italian script. Like the font of the sign is... I'm assuming the font... that's the name of the font used for that sign. I'm just guessing. Because I have no idea what else that could mean. Hello, Baron. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. All right, so that's yeah, that was the picture. All right, so yeah, thank you for indulging me with those pictures. What else we got? Oh, let's get to a trivia question. I'd like to have one trivia question every week, just one. This one's going to be a little more involved. It's a kind of a picture quiz. I have 5 celebrities here. I want you to tell me, who are these people? And specifically, what Disney or Pixar animated characters did they provide the voice to? There are 6 people here. They are at least B-list celebrities. And they have all provided at least one voice to a Disney or Pixar character in an animated feature. Please tell me, who are these people? And which character did they voice? I'll leave that up for a little bit. There's 6 people, and you can go ahead and put in your answers in the chat whenever you think you know. I tried to make these, certainly not the most popular of celebrities, but they've all provided wonderful voices for Disney or Pixar movies. Disney Nerd Herders, Rob from Passport to the Parks, thank you. Yeah, I've seen so many videos where he's there at Hollywood Studios, right at the station, and he was just taking a bunch of pictures there. Sawyer in the middle, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here. I am all right. How are you? Bob and Ashley, isn't there 6? Don't know what you're talking about. 6. Did I say 5? 6 pictures. So if you know these, go ahead, put them in the chat. I'll leave that up for a couple seconds longer, and then we will return to it. And I see my sister is in the chat, and yeah, it's 7:30. Okay, so half hour till D&G Explorers live stream. So let's oh, here, I'll go back to me. My sister was nice enough to send me unannounced a package in the mail. I had no idea what it was, but I have it here. I have opened it. I know exactly what's in it now. But I thought it'd be very interesting to you to see what she sent me. Now, I'll say this: she was a collector of things more than me, and she has a lot more Disney stuff than I do. But now with this package, I am, I guess, catching up a bit. So here it is. This came in the mail. So I'm going to show you a couple of things. I don't know where she got this. But let me, when I talked to her on the phone, she said something like, I thought you just maybe would need more tchotchke for your set here. Thank you. I can replace the hockey picture here with one of these. Or you've sent me so many, I can rotate these. So it's all very cool. So this is a neat little print of a classic Goofy cartoon. That's pretty awesome. All right, what's next? I want to save that one for last. This one's pretty amazing. I don't want to get the reflection of the light, so here we go. Do you have any idea when you purchased this? That's a cool evil queen. There's a price tag on the back. $10 or 3 for $25. This had to be a long time ago. From Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, 1937. Print. Yeah, come Halloween. I can go right up there. Okay. These next ones, perhaps. Let's see. 97. There are dates on here. 96, 95. Okay, I've got these in reverse order. Let's change this up a bit. 97. Sorry. This is fascinating. All right, let me. Okay. So this first one, I don't know where these exclusive commemorative lithographs came from, but she has a number of them that she sent me. This is from 1994. That's what the envelope says. Part of Rose's World, if you're still here, I think you are, I'm reminding me of your live stream right now. This is what you do. I'm not used to doing this. Okay. I should have replaced that light. How cool is that? Full disclosure, I've never seen this movie. Take away my Disney card. But that's pretty awesome. That's is she in here? I probably got the Evil Queen while in college, late 90s is my guess. Like, these are all from these lithographs I'm showing are from 94 to 97, so it would stand to reason they're from the same time period. That was from 1994. This one's from 1995. Part of Rose's World. Still here. Yes, I'm just copying your show right now. Tilt it down here to prevent the glare of the light. Yeah, okay. There we go. Very cool. This is from 1995. Was this part of a... were you part of a membership or something that they send these to you through a membership? Or did you just get these at the Disney store? Or where are these from? Yeah, this one, as I'm looking, has a exclusive commemorative Disney Store lithograph stamp on it. All right. But, again, that's very cool. Very generous of you to send these my way. Oh, wrong pile. Next, 1996. Oliver and Company. RVing to Disney, welcome to the show. Walter Grims. Dougie, thank you so much for being here. RVing to Disney. My family's down from Maui, so I can't stay. But thank you for popping in and being here. Means a lot that you just stopped in. Say aloha to everybody. Can I say that? Yes. Mahalo. All right, here we go. Oliver and Company. Oh, I hit it backwards. Here we go. Again, folks, this is a movie I've never seen. But that's pretty cool, and I bet this will mean even more to me when I finally do see the movie. Waiting for Disney Plus, I guess, in November. So Oliver and Company and Fox and the Hound. Put those on my list. There's nobody in here. I'm talking to nobody. Oh, wrong pile. Okay. Next. This doesn't have a date. Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas. Was this a video or just art that they made? I don't know. Let's see. There's the back of it. And here's the front. So Belle is wearing a red Christmassy dress. The Beast is the Beast again, I guess. I don't know how that works. The spell's back. And then these people in the... I got that. I'm going backwards. Who are these? Chip? Mrs. Potts? I don't know the angel. I assume if this is from a video that was made, that's a character from the video. And there's something else there. I know I'm shaking this quite a bit. Trying to keep it steady. I can't tell what that is. Oh, it's a clarinet or a flute, perhaps? Next to the angel? What is that? Can anybody make that out? Oh, Donna says it was a video. Straight to video, okay, Atwood says. Okay. Never seen it. I wonder if that'll be on Disney Plus. Wouldn't that be cool if all those straight-to-video things were also on Disney Plus? The Disney streaming service that's coming out in November? Because I'll never see that. I'll never see this otherwise. Okay, finally, 1997. Not finally, there's another one, but of the ones that have years on there. 1997, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Here's the envelope. Oh, there's two things in here. I forgot. I'll show this one first. There's the back of it. And then, I have seen this. I've seen this one. So very cool. Thank you again so much for sending that to me. Oh, this came with it. This came with it. This is still in the plastic. The sticker on the front says, free with the purchase of 3 Disney's The Hunchback of Notre Dame cards, or any 3 Hallmark cards. $15 retail value. That's what that says right there. And this is what it looks like. Still in the plastic, so it's very reflective. But that's, what's her name? Esmeralda? Very cool. I'm happy to have all these things, so thank you again, Amy. Okay, Waltograms is giving me answers here. The ornament is called Angelique, and the flute, it was a flute, what do I call it, a clarinet, is called Fife. It was voiced by Pee Wee Herman. Paul Rubens? That's very cool. What else am I missing in the chat? Bob and Ashley, Bob has coined the term Sunshine Nation. Asking everybody to smash that like button. Thank you, Bob. My sister says, I don't remember ever seeing the Christmas Beauty and the Beast. Straight to video. Head over to Blockbuster, see if it's out or if it's still in. Maybe somebody rented it. I kid, of course. D&G, it was a movie at the time. It was Snowing in the Movie, when they sang Never Looked at Me That Way Before. Did you once tell me of that song? It was one of your favorites. Is that the same song you're talking about, Derek? Dougie has an amendment to his, or an addition to his chat thing in the chat. It's truly awful. Never subject yourself to it. Oh, good to know. I'll be honest, I don't think I was ever planning on seeing it, but thank you for the warning. Maybe I'll see it a little bit. Now that I have this thing, I feel like I need to see it. It's a Blockbuster night. Okay, finally, one last, I guess this is a lithograph. Can I open this? I'm going to leave the plastic on. So hopefully you can see this. This is very cool. This is a lithograph of the Haunted Mansion with the hitchhiking ghosts, the carriage outside of the Haunted Mansion there. But what I haven't shown you yet is the bottom of this, it was signed. It was signed by the artist. So let me try to get that there. He has written Disney's Magic Kingdom Haunted Mansion to Amy. Oh, I can't. One of our ghosts will follow you home. Signed by Larry Dotson. If you don't know who Larry Dotson is, you've never been to Epcot or have walked by the Norway Pavilion in Epcot. Larry Dotson, what does that say, 2007? Larry Dotson always has a placard on the walkway, on the sidewalk there. It says, I want to say it says one night only, Larry Dotson, but he's there every day. I think he lives in the Norway Pavilion. But Larry Dotson, and I've seen him there before, hanging out where they sell the Scandinavian candy there in the gift shop on your way out of Frozen Ever After. I don't think that was purchased in the Norway Pavilion, but you were maybe, I think you said Downtown Disney, what is now Disney Springs, and Larry Dotson was there, and he signed your art, so that's very cool. Now I guess it's my art, so I got to erase your name and put Jim in there. I won't do that. Before we move on, thank you again, Amy, for sending me that. Let's check the chat. Kay Atwood says, I think I have all those lithographs. We had a Disney store nearby. You would pre-order the videos and get the lithographs free. It was a cool idea. I wish they still did it. That answers my question. Thank you. We had all those videos, or she had all those videos. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you, Kay, for filling me in. She said, she met Larry Dotson. He is very nice. I would hope so. He's practically I think he is a Disney cast member. He's got to be. I see Greg says Fox and the Hound is one of his favorites. Good to know. I'll have to see it. Dougie says it's beautiful. Clever. It was. I think that's my favorite. Lovers of the Haunted Mansion would like that one. It's very cool. I'm happy to have them all, though. So we'll see. I'll make room up there. Where are we? That's when Tim Conway passed away a few years ago. I hit the wrong button. What I wanted to highlight was D&G Explorers is going live at 8 o'clock in just 13 minutes. They'll have a special guest, Sandra D's Adventures. They will talk about cruising and cruise ships and cruise people and cruise lines. And, they switch it up every week, cruising and then Disney, cruising, Disney. So this week it's about cruising and cruises and cruise ships and cruise people. So stay tuned. After this show, I'll try to do this right up till 8 o'clock. And then let's all head over to D&G Explorers and check them out. They are awesome. So, looking through the chat, Walter Grebs, I wish they did the lithographs here in the UK. I've seen there have been some Sweet Little Mermaid ones in the past. Very cool. I don't know if because that was an earlier movie. Well, no, it wasn't earlier than Fox and the Hound or Oliver and Company. I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe my sister still has that one. That was one she valued, so she kept it. I get that. Cargo, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. Your birthday's coming up. Happy early birthday, Cargo. I like the clock, too. I think I just ordered that clock, actually. Are you talking about that clock up there? Or Cogsworth? Let me tilt up a bit. This was a gift from one of my students, actually. Graduating senior. Got me that clock for Teacher Appreciation Week, which is right at the end of the school year. So that was extremely nice. So I thank him again for that clock. And I think this camera needs to be further back so that we can see more of what I'll have on the wall. And then I can put all the lithographs up there. Greg's Disney Adventures, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here. What did I have planned? For those of you just joining us or whatever, let's do the trivia question again, and then let's reveal the answers. Our trivia question is kind of a picture quiz. I've got 6 people here. These are semi-famous actors. You may know their names, you may know their faces, you may not know, you may not be able to match the names to the faces. But all of these people, all of these performers, have provided a voice to a Disney slash Pixar animated character. What I want you to do is in the chat, I want you to guess which and what are their names? What are these people's names? And I've seen a couple in the chat already. But I want you to tell me the performer's name and what character they voiced. So take a good look at these 6 people. And then I will give you the answer in just a moment. Cargo is typing. It's like she's speaking in tongues. There's something there. Something about her left hand. Okay, I get it. She's in distress. No, she's just typing with her left hand. We'll see. Oh, okay. Hi, Cargo. She got. Just stick to the small words, Cargo, I guess. I see. Noah says number 3's from The Office. Yes, that's correct. What's her name? And what did she voice? Yes, I see some correct answers coming here. Well done, people. But can you guess the others? Okay, I'm going to cut back to me briefly. Oh, excuse me. Let's acknowledge that. As you know, longtime viewers of this show know that every burp on the internet is brought to you by and sponsored by D&G Explorers. D&G Explorers, we have the meats. Okay, so let's just get to the answer. We've got 8 minutes until the oh man, it's right there and I can't even say it. The D&G Explorers live stream. So let's go. Here it is. Number 1 is Kathy Najimy. She voiced Mary from Wall-E. You may know her from Hocus Pocus or Sister Act, and she's done a number of things too. She's also provided the voice on King of the Hill of the wife. I can't think of her name, but she's done a lot, and she's a Disney favorite. Number 2, Patton Oswalt. I had another picture here. Most famous, he gained fame from being a stand-up comic, but he's also been an actor. He's been in movies, TV shows, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He was in a movie with Charlize Theron. He's the voice of Remy. So, yeah, I saw that was correct in the chat as well. Number 3, Noah knew this. Phyllis Smith played Phyllis in The Office. She also voiced Sadness from Inside Out. And she's been in a few other things. There's a picture of her starring in another show, and for the life of me, I can't remember what it was. But she was awesome in The Office. Number 4 is Miguel Ferrer. He voiced Shan Yu from Mulan. He was an amazing actor. He sadly passed away. He was in NCIS. He was hilarious in Twin Peaks. But yeah, Mulan is the movie he's from. Number 5 is Rachel House. She voiced Grandma Tala from Moana. And you may recognize her from Thor Ragnarok, where she played Topaz, and she was in The Whale Rider. She's from New Zealand. So she did a lot of her acting in New Zealand, but she had that. And finally, number 6 is Scott Adsit. You may remember him from 30 Rock. He's the voice of Baymax. He's also been in The Goldbergs, a show which I have never seen. But, yeah, I thought maybe you guys would get a kick out of that. I had fun putting that together. Oh, it's just looping now. So, yeah, I saw a few of the correct answers in there. Arjons, welcome to the show. I don't know if I welcomed you or not, but hey, welcome again. Dougie says, that's Kathy and Najimy. She sure did. From Sister Act, she slimmed down quite a bit. And from Hocus Pocus, too. So okay, so this is just going to keep looping there. Um, but I see people are admiring the clock. I'll just raise that a bit. Yeah, I think I'll have to raise the camera up because I've also got those things down there, the People Mover thing and the Space Mountain thing, and I think I'll have to raise the camera because I've got more wall space than anything. But then I'm at the bottom of the screen. I don't know if I like that. Oh well, yeah, whatever. But something can go right there in the corner of this poster. There's a bunch of nothing right here. The possibilities are endless. If you have any ideas, if you're a designer, or if you just watch a lot of HGTV, let me know what you think about what I should do here. Oh, this is also something she sent me. This Lego guy. I think there's somebody in the chat, and this is one of their favorite characters. If I'm not mistaken, this is Scrooge McDuck, and this is the favorite character of Derek from D&G Explorers. I think I'm right about that. How about that? So I've got that, and there was one last thing my sister sent me, and this was she saw my thumbnail for one of the live streams I did, and it had, this is still in the plastic. I want to open it up, but this is the giggling monkey from Return of the Jedi, and I guess its legs are bent there so it can sit on something, but I don't remember where she said this is from, and I may have just decreased the value of it by opening up the plastic around it. I'm sorry, I'm not a collector. But this can sit here right on the edge there. You can barely see it. What's a... Here. No, I'll just leave it there. So thank you for those as well. I almost forgot about those. Pepper Tree Villa says, I say you feature all the icons of various YouTubers that follow you. Oh. Maybe. I've got all these lithographs, though. I don't know if I have a... But maybe here... I've got... Again, the possibilities are endless. Cargo's done eating, so she has both hands to type now. Thank you. 30 chews before you swallow. Don't choke. We want you to stay safe. Dougie says Scrooge McDuck is the best duck. What else is here? Salacious Crumb. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. I've heard that before. Oh, that's this guy. Salacious Crumb. I just hit the mic again. That's this. We got 2 minutes until D&G Explorers. This is Salacious Crumb. Thank you so much for telling me. And there's A. Collier also telling me. Disney Nerd says it's the monkey guy from Jabba's Palace. You are all correct. Everybody, I want to thank you. This was an unannounced Wednesday live stream for me. It is 7:58. D&G Explorers are going to go on right around 8 o'clock. They have Sandra D's Adventures as their special guest tonight. So a brand new guest, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. I will be in there moderating the chat as best I can. So I just want to thank everybody that contributed. I am so sorry if you put something in the chat and I missed it. I did my best. I did a lot of talking today, so I apologize for that. And if you typed something awesome and I missed it, I do apologize, because I've done that before, and I put what I thought was just the wittiest thing in the world in the chat, and it was overlooked. But I understand. Doing this, I understand that. So perhaps you got to type things multiple times for me to see it. But thank you so much for being here. Let me go to this, full screen it. Oh, that says 8:30. That's not right. I'm gonna take that off. It's at 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. So it's about to start. It's 8 o'clock now, so I'm gonna say bye to everybody. Thank you so much. I'm going to try to go on from the parks next Tuesday, That's the plan anyway. So I want to thank you. I will see you over at D&G Explorers. Thank you and good night, everybody.